Presentation today is Autoclave and Ophthalmic Instrument. I am Dr. Mubashir Farooqi from IUNet 2, Lahore General Hospital. The autoclave is an equipment used for the sterilization of various equipment, including the ophthalmic instruments. Its name originates from the Greeks, meaning self, and Latin clavis, meaning key, a self-locking device. What is its principle? Uh, it works on the Boyle's law, according to which when volume of the steam is kept constant, the temperature is directly proportional to pressure. If the pressure is reduced, it boils at lower temperature, and if the pressure rises, it boils at a greater temperature. At 15 lbs pressure, 121 degree centigrade temperature is obtained in 30 minutes, and complete sterilization is done. Moist heat coagulates the cell protein of the microorganism and thus kill all the living entities, including the spores, in 15 to 20 minutes. Hot saturated steam is efficient means of destroying microorganisms as it penetrates rapidly and gives up its latent heat as it condenses on the cooler objects. Okay, now comes the type of autoclaves. Usually there are two types of autoclaves in use: horizontal or downward displacement autoclave and vacuum assisted autoclaves. What is the principle of horizontal or downward displacement autoclave? In which cold air escapes through the bottom of the chamber as steam is lighter, that's why it displaces it from the above. The valve should never be obstructed and the chamber must not be overfilled in order for this system to function efficiently. It is electrically operated and it can be fully or semi-automatic. It uses a heating element to heat up the water and which produces the steam. As I have told you, the stream, which is lighter than air, forces the air inside the sterilization chamber to move downward, and eventually the air moves out through the drain hole of the sterilization chamber. Once the temperature in the chamber is sufficient, the hole is automatically closed and the sterilization process is started. This is a picture how it works, in which we can see that the as we can see that the cold air is going downward and it is coming out from the hole, and the steam is staying upward and it is sterilizing the instruments. This is the vacuum assisted autoclave principle. A vacuum autoclave is set up in a similar fashion to a negative pressure displacement unit, in that there is a vacuum pump to remove the air from the sterilization chamber, and steam is created in a second separate chamber. The process begins by the vacuum removing the air, then a pulse of steam. This type of autoclave is suitable for all types of instrument and it is very versatile. Okay. Next comes the vertical pressure cooker. It is commonly used in practice. The vertical pressure cooker has an air vent at the top, which is manually closed after all the air has been evacuated. But it has some disadvantages, as some air may remain trapped under the steam and therefore cause a lower temperature to be reached in this area. More chances of human error can occur in this vertical type chamber, and no automatic drying cycle exists in it. Okay, here comes some of the instruments which we can do autoclave. As we can see that the setting of autoclave, to achieve 121 degree centigrade, pressure should be 15 psi, and instrument should be sterilized for the 30 minutes. Here are some of the instruments which can be autoclaved, like 23 or 25 gauge vertical scissors, horizontal scissors, extrusion needle, ILM peeling forceps, cryoprobe, phaco handpiece, microscope handle covers, biome, IPD covers, linen, draping sheet, and surgical gowns. जी सर जी सर वो ईटीओ कर लेते हैं. Okay, these are some performance indicators of autoclave Physically, we can check the instrument control parameters like temperature, time, and pressure. In our practice, we use these chemical sensitive heat strips. Although it is not an indicator of successful sterilization, but it gives a track of autoclaved and unautoclaved items. Biological testing strips are available. These are geoacillus stereothermophilus spore strips, often used because they are resistant to steam sterilization. Okay. Preventive maintenances: clean all the filters, fill the water level of feed tank up to maximum limit, check that the manometer functions as expected, check the accuracy of temperature reading, activate the safety valves manually to verify that they are operating well. Conduct a general sterilization process, write down pressure, temperature, required time for completing each phase of the cycle, and also put it on some registration system or some register. Verify that it is functioning within tolerance defined by the manufacturer. Clean the chamber and remove the lime scale if any. Advise to use only distilled water. Check the earth leakage current. Uh, Thank you.